It is revealed at the beginning of the film, 300 years have passed since the conclusion of the global conflict called the World War. This suggests that a world war occurred within the past 300 years. The war resulted in widespread destruction across the planet. A spaceship filled with individuals from various countries is depicted. It is revealed that the spaceship's inhabitants have been discarding their waste on Earth. One day, a scientist discovers a robot in the trash. It was not an ordinary robot but one of its kind, which is equal parts human and machine. This scientist transports the robot to his home by lifting it, and he fixes the robot flawlessly. It is used to construct a new body. The following day, that robot, which was a female, awakens, and it was thrilled to receive a new body. The female robot then asked the scientist, "Who am I? How did I get here? Where did I come from?" The scientist is unaware of the origin of the woman, so the doctor tells it nothing, but doctor just tells it, "Your half-body was damaged when we found you in the trash, however, your mind was sound. Afterwards, we mended your body. It indicates that a new human body has been attached to you." The doctor then shows the world. That female robot gets excited. Viewing this city, it also shows a glimpse of the spacecraft. She inquires from the scientist, "What exactly is it? Is this a real world?" The doctor tells it, "It was the last remaining city after World War, and its name is Sky City." Sky City has become a highly desirable destination, with a peaceful and enjoyable life that everyone aspires to, because upper class resides there while lower class inhabits in our world. Then the doctor names that robot. He says, "Your name is ALITA now on." ALITA is pleased, hearing its name. The robot doctor also informs ALITA that all residents of our land work for Sky City, because Sky City has many fields, industries and factories. After this, ALITA meets a boy named Hugo. Hugo compliments ALITA's body. Seeing it, because its body was robotic, which was strong enough, ALITA and Hugo are befriended nicely. At the same night, a girl is murdered in that city. Actually, there was a career criminal in that city who used to end girls after grabbing them. Afterwards, he used to sell their body parts. At the same night, ALITA witnesses Doctor, who was returning to home from somewhere. ALITA observes that scientist's hands are blood-stained. Seeing, it doubts that Doctor may be the killer behind the occurred murders of city. In the following day, scientist's wife appears to meet him, because they were divorced. Here it is revealed that the adjusted human body with ALITA, in fact, it is the body of his daughter. His daughter was no more, so it donated her body to ALITA. After that, Hugo invites ALITA to join him in the game. And this game was well-known game of the city. ALITA fascinates others while playing this game perfectly. ALITA also wins that game. Hugo takes ALITA at his best-loved place later. It was the roof of a building where the sight of whole city could be viewed. And Sky City was also looking nearer from here. There is also a biggest pipe. Hugo tells that all objects come on the earth from Sky City through this pipe. I am struggling hard to go to the Sky City. Remember, see, I will surely reach there. ALITA asks, "How does this Sky City look?" Hugo says to it, "In fact, Doctor had discovered you from the garbage. And that garbage was of that Sky City. It implies that you originated from Sky City." But ALITA did not possess a little memory about it. And she had forgotten her past. Actually, she had lost her memory. Next day, Doctor goes out of the house, and ALITA is chasing him. ALITA understands here that the Doctor is not a killer. He is, however, a hunter-warrior. Warriors are those who end the criminals. Then dead bodies of the killers are taken to the factory later. A heavy reward is received in the place of them. Here ALITA knows about the reality of the Doctor. At the same time, the serial killer approaches there. He was the same assassin who was killing the girls, but he lived in the city. Then ALITA bravely confronts that killer. It beats enough which compels him to flee, while ALITA succeeds to kill the other killer. Then Doctor and ALITA move to the factory, taking that killer's head, where they get the reward of $20 in place of that head. Afterwards, Doctor reveals his tale to ALITA. How did he come to be known as Hunter-Warrior? And what caused it to happen? He tells, "It is the story of that time, when my wife, daughter and I used to live together. One day, they made a robot, and that robot abducted their daughter, coming into their house. After this incident, that Doctor angered enough on that robot, and the Doctor damaged his own made robot. Then the Doctor became Hunter-Warrior right after that. Then a man comes on the scene named Vector. In fact, Vector was the head of the race game. It was Vector who used to arrange this game. Doctor's wife can also be seen with Vector. Here it is revealed that Doctor's wife is playing a trick accompanying Vector, because Vector had promised her that he will send her to the Sky City. The Doctor's wife is a doctor herself and is employed by Vector as well. Then the same robot is shown who was spoiled by ALITA. That robot moves to Vector. It tells him that ALITA is the cause behind my body distortion. Vector says ill to the robot, commenting, "Have you come back after being beaten by a little girl?" Robot reveals that is not a little girl but strongest. Vector says to the robot, "Now it is your mission that you have to bring ALITA before me after damaging it." Then Hugo takes ALITA to view that race game. He also tells ALITA, the winner of this game is sent to Sky City. Hearing it, ALITA gets excited. Then Hugo takes ALITA to show a ship. He explains, "It is the ship of the enemies from 300 years ago." That ship fascinates ALITA when she casts a glance at it. So ALITA moves to that ship, jumping into the water. ALITA also discovers a high technological body in the ship. ALITA returns to the doctor. Taking that body, he says to the doctor, "Fix this body with it," replacing, "It means, adjust this body with my head." But doctor refuses to carry it out. He tells, "This body is mighty. Having fixed weapons with it, you will become so menacing if this body will be fixed with you, to threatening that you will kill the people and devastate the world." ALITA becomes aggressive. Facing this refusal, afterwards, ALITA moves to the factory. Go in there. It decides that it is also Hunter Warrior now on. It goes to a club along with Hugo. All hunters of the city were there. And it provokes everyone that we should eradicate the robot of Vector, because it is the same assassin who has taken the leads of the entire city, and it is also ending other people. One of the hunters makes ALITA laughing stock. He says, having a little size, "How will you kill someone? And how have you become a Hunter Warrior?" Hearing it, ALITA beats him while confronting enough, and he is fallen backside. Witnessing it, all hunters are left shocked. Meanwhile, Vector's robot appears there, which had increased in size now, because Doctor's wife had upgraded it. Coming there, that robot assaults ALITA, and ALITA also attacks it in return. And that robot enters a tunnel to save his life. Then ALITA also moves to that underground place while chasing him. A tough fight is held between both of them. In the end, that robot spoils ALITA, and it dismembers his body. At the same time, Hugo and the doctor arrive there. When they confronted the robot, they beat it, and they burn its body. Then that robot flees from there in order to secure its life. Doctor brings ALITA's damaged body home. ALITA's body had fully damaged, having no option. That doctor fixes that body with ALITA, which he had discovered from the ship. Next morning, when ALITA awakens, it feels comfortable because it had got a new body. It was mighty and equipped, and the fire can also be produced through that body. Getting this new body, ALITA feels pleasure. The next day, ALITA goes to meet Hugo to reveal her robotic body. Observing its equipped body, Hugo likes it and feels good. He is also impressed. Here Hugo reveals to ALITA, "I want to go to Sky City soon, but everyone needs scores to go there. And these scores can be gained after killing someone or winning the race game." Hearing it, ALITA gives its robotic heart to Hugo, pulling it out. And it says, "Take my robotic heart, sell it. In this way, you will get some scores. Then you may go to Sky City." And the robotic heart of ALITA is not an ordinary one, but it possesses much power, and that robotic heart is as stronger that this city may avail the electricity for many months from this robotic heart, because this robotic heart contains energetic rays. But Hugo forbids to take ALITA's robotic heart. He says, "I don't need it. You may keep it safe in your possession, because your robotic heart is very necessary." He says, "You should take part in race game, because I am sure that you may win the race. We both will move to the Sky City if you win the game." Hearing it, ALITA immediately consents, and she gets ready to take part in the game, and she wanted to carry it out for Hugo because of her affections for him. Afterwards, Vector rides on the scene who hires the hunters and killers to end ALITA. He says to everyone, "In case you kill ALITA in race, then I will give you 5 million scores, which is basic to go to Sky City." Then that hunter is seen, who had been beaten in the club by ALITA, and he wanted to take revenge from ALITA on his humiliation. Now he was going to take this revenge from Hugo. Ending a man, he alleges Hugo. Now Hugo was under the allegation to end someone. As a result, he had started to turn criminal. ALITA, on the other hand, appears, who had taken a part in race, which was going to start. All killers in the race become opponents of ALITA, so they assault ALITA, but ALITA was also equal to them, so she continues to kill them, confronting them one by one. Then ALITA receives the call of Hugo. He tells that Hunter has become my opponent, and he wants to end my life. Then ALITA goes to rescue Hugo, leaving that race. Reaching there, ALITA beats the Hunter violently. While it is revealed in the whole city that Hugo has become a criminal, he was also wanted, as the capturer will get $30 as a reward. Then the city police arrive there to end Hugo, because everyone was agreed on this point of view, that Hugo is a criminal, so it is essential to end him. So all say to ALITA, put Hugo into death. But ALITA does not kill him, but the Hunter ends Hugo, attacking with the sword. And Hugo is taking his last breaths here. At first sight, Hugo is finished. Then Doctor's wife comes there, who says to ALITA, cut Hugo's head, because we will adjust a body with his head, and we will make him a robot. Because Doctor's wife had turned into a gentle lady now, and she wanted to do it so that Hugo may revive again, so ALITA has been doing the same now. She dismantles Hugo's head in front of the hole. Later, it takes Hugo's head to the doctor, where Doctor fixes another body with Hugo's head after his operation. As a result, Hugo is revived again. Hugo and ALITA get excited because Hugo had the robotic body now like ALITA. ALITA is informed by the doctor that Vector defrauds everyone, because he promises to send you to Sky City after deceiving you with a large sum of money. Even no human goes to Sky City, paying the amount of money. And no one can go to Sky City, but only the inhabitants of Sky City can go there and also inhabit there. And the winner of race can go to the Sky City from this world, otherwise, no can visit there. Doctor also tells ALITA, my wife and I had born in the Sky City, and we had arrived here for the treatment of our daughter. After that, they entrapped here. Hearing it, ALITA gets angry, and she leaves to kill Vector. ALITA directly moves to the factory and she is attacked by the machines of Vector. But ALITA has a mighty and a robotic body now, so ALITA was continuously killing everyone one by one, damaging all machines and robots. ALITA goes to Vector to end him, but the robot of Vector appears there. It wounds ALITA, all attacking it, and she falls down. Then ALITA restores her memory relevant to the past, as its memory is retained, which had been lost. ALITA remembers that she had been a warrior and also took part in that world war, which had held about 300 years ago. But ALITA's all friends and companions met their end in that war. But ALITA was also thrown into the garbage, wounding her badly. Here ALITA restores its memory, thinking that this has been done by the owner of Sky City, and he had also ended all the companions of ALITA. Here ALITA remembers, my mission is to slay the owner of Sky City. Remembering these facts, ALITA becomes sentimental, that it had lost all of its friends. In addition, it becomes aggressive. Then that robot attacks ALITA, and ALITA dismembers that robot, attacking with its sword. At the same time, ALITA also attacks Vector, using its sword, and Vector is dead at the spot. Receiving Doctor's call, ALITA comes to know that Hugo is moving to Sky City, climbing up those pipes. Then ALITA also moves up while chasing him. It instructs him, you need not to go to the Sky City, because there is nothing upside. We will lead our lives, living in this world. Hearing ALITA, Hugo agrees. But the owner of the Sky City was witnessing it from upside, so he attacks them with his weapon. Consequently, Hugo's whole body is dismembered. At the same time, ALITA holds his hand, but ALITA loses the grip of Hugo accidentally, so he falls down from a great distance. Losing Hugo, ALITA is much grieved, and she starts weeping. Now ALITA decides that going to Sky City, it will end the owner of that city, because it desired vengeance for Hugo's death. It is seen that ALITA has also won that race, and it points its sword upside to the Sky City, and it says to the owner of Sky City, I am coming to kill and avenge you. Watch. I'll make you feel bad and refuse to let you continue living. And the movie also completes on this scene.